Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. My name is Mal and I make Tumbler tutorials here on YouTube every single week. In today's video, I'm going to show you two different tumbler designs using this vinyl from Banff Custom Creations. This is a collaboration that they did with Paint Between Dreams. If you don't know, Alyssa is amazingly talented. She makes some beautiful artwork and she did a collaboration with Banff, so you can order these patterns as vinyl prints. She also sells the digital patterns on her website. I will have everything linked down below in the description box. So we're gonna use this lemon pattern in two different designs. I initially was only going to do one tumbler design for this video, but then I was like, you know what? I gotta do two because I just love this vinyl so much. So I'm gonna do one cup using the opaque vinyl and then one cup using the transparent, so you can see the difference between the two and kind of compare the final results. So I really hope that you guys enjoy this video. I hope it's inspiring for you. And if you like it, make sure you hit the thumbs up button down below. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button as well so you don't miss any of my new videos. I upload brand new Tumbler tutorials every Tuesday and Saturday. Like I said, everything is linked down below in the description box, so be sure to check that out if you want to know where I got anything that I'm going to use in this tutorial. I'll also have all of my social media pages linked down below if you'd like to follow along with me anywhere else. And I'll have my Patreon group and Facebook group both linked down there as well. Okay, I think that's it. I really hope you guys like the video. Let's go! We are going to start with our opaque lemon print. So I'm going to use a 20-ounce skinny straight tumbler from Craft Haven, and we're going to do a kind of two-stripe lemon design on here and then have the middle part be glitter. Now the Craft Haven 20-ounce skinny straights are 8 inches tall, so I'm going to use this 1-inch painter's tape to help me kind of get my 2 inches in the middle. So I'm going to do 3 inches coming up from the bottom. I'm going to make a little dot with my Sharpie there, and then I'm going to do the same thing 3 inches coming down from the top. So I'll have two 3-inch lemon sections and then a 2-inch section in the middle to put my glitter element. So taking my sheet of vinyl here, I'm going to line it up on my cup, and then I'm going to make two little notches with my scissors for where I'm going to trim this vinyl. So the first section is obviously going to be up at the top, and then where I make that first notch, I'm going to shift my vinyl down to the bottom portion of my tape section, then make another notch at the bottom of the cup. So I'm basically ending up with two almost identical 3-inch sections, as you can see there. I'm also going to trim off all of the white borders from the sheet of vinyl, so I'm left with just the lemon print. And then I'm going to grab my ultimate tumbler making tool from Cami Page Boutique. I get questions about this thing all the time, and this is linked in every single one of my video descriptions. I use it constantly, and it has a ton of uses, but the primary thing I use it for is getting a straight line on my cups, so I can use that to help line up my vinyl correctly. So as you saw there, I just took a pencil and trace that straight line that the tool gives you, and then I use that line as a guide for placing that first edge of vinyl down onto my cup. So I peel back about an inch-ish of backing, and then I adhere that one little sliver of vinyl using that pencil line that I created as a guide. Then I can wrap my vinyl around, make sure it's straight, get everything going and right before I actually put the vinyl on my cup. So I'm using the felt edge of my vinyl scraping tool to help me smooth the vinyl onto the cup. This is my favorite way of doing it. It makes it so fast and so easy. So once I've gotten to the point where my two pieces are lining up and I've got a seam, I'm going to trim off all of the excess, and then to finish off the top, I'm going to pull the vinyl up tightly over that top rim and then take my craft knife and just cut off all of that excess. And I'll go around the rim again to get any tiny little slivers of vinyl that are still hanging out up there as well. And then I will just repeat that exact same process for the bottom portion of the cup. Now for the bottom portion of the cup, I'm going to pull up the edge of the vinyl, all of this excess, using my heat gun to get it really tight, and then cut off all of the excess. Now for the middle section of the cup, I'm going to actually use some Tech Wrap Craft glossy vinyl as the base for my glitter here. This is a beautiful yellow colored vinyl, and it's just bright and vibrant, and I thought it would be a really perfect base for this glitter we're going to use. So I measured it to be 2 inches because that's the size of the section that we created in the middle of our cup. And then I'm just going to line it up right in the middle there, smooth it on the exact same way I would with pattern vinyl, using my scraper tool and making sure that I get this as smooth as possible. Also paying attention to my seams, making sure all of my seams line up in the same place, like on the back of the cup. So for this middle section, we're going to apply a few different colors of glitter. We're going to take Sherbet Lemon and Buttercup. Both are from PDB. They're really pretty light, pale yellow colors, and they're going to pick up a little bit of that yellow vinyl underneath and give us a really cool effect. So for the adhesive, I'm going to use the glitter glue from Crystalac, and I'm going to put it all over the cup. This is also going to kind of help seal our vinyl in. So then I'm going to first take Sherbet Lemon, which is a chunkier cut, and I'm going to fade out the coverage as we go down the cup. I'm not trying to keep the glitter within the borders of just that yellow vinyl that we laid down. I'm going to let this go over the seams because it is so light and so kind of translucent almost. You're going to see those lines, so we'll cover those up later, but I wanted the glitter to travel past the edge of our vinyl and glitter that a little bit too. So we're going to kind of fade it out on either side, both the top and the bottom. And once I'm done with that one, I'm going to grab Buttercup and basically repeat the exact same process. I'm going to fade this glitter the same way. Now you don't have to worry about going like too far with your glitter onto your vinyl. As you can see that vinyl pattern through the glitter. It just is going to give it a kind of cool waterfall look. So I'm going to apply 2 coats of epoxy to my cup, and then I'll go in and do all of my sanding. And now we're ready to apply our vinyl striping. So I'm going to take first the same yellow vinyl that we used as the base for our glitter. I cut that out at 0.20 inches thick each stripe, and I'm going to put that right on the seam where the yellow glitter section and the pattern vinyl meet. I'll do that on both the top and the bottom. Again, try to make all of your seams be in the same place. You want them all in the back of your cup, essentially. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to go in with some blue glitter vinyl from Craft Haven. And I cut this at half the size, so this is 0.1 inches thick. And I'm going to layer that right on top of those yellow vinyl stripes that we put down to bring out a little bit more of that blue that's in the vinyl pattern itself. So I love this blue and lemon combination. It's like a classic combo. It just makes me think of like Greece and Italy and limoncello. It just makes me happy. So once I've got those stripes down, I'm going to finish off the bottom of my cup. So I cut out this circle from the same pattern vinyl, and I realized that it was a little bit too small. So what I'm going to do is, instead of recutting it and wasting another circle of the vinyl, I'm going to take some electrical tape and tape off this bottom portion of the cup. You guys have seen me do this a lot. This is kind of my favorite way to finish cups. So what I did, I taped off everything, saran wrapped it, and I'm going to spray paint it with light yellow from Montana Colors, remove all of my tape and everything, and then set it aside and let it dry. And I placed that vinyl circle in the middle of that yellow paint. And now I'm just adding my little acrylic logo here on the bottom using UV resin. I got these from Mizzy's Doodles, and I think it's a really nice way to finish off your cups. Once I had that all done, I went in with my final coats of epoxy. I did 2 final coats on this cup, and now we are all done and ready to move on to the transparent vinyl design. We're going to be using the same size cup. This is a 20-ounce skinny straight tumbler from Craft Haven. I'm going to base paint it using gloss white from Rustoleum. And once it's totally dry, you want to wait and make sure that this is fully dry before you move on to this step. I'm going to take some blue painter's tape, remove a little bit of the stickiness from it because I don't want to pull any of that paint up. But I'm going to tape off my half and half split here. We're going to do a top and bottom split. And I'm going to paint the top portion of my cup using light yellow, which is the same color we used on the bottom of our other cup. So I'm going to saran wrap this bottom white portion so we don't get any yellow paint there. And then I'll remove both the saran wrap and the blue painter's tape from my cup immediately after painting, set this aside and let it dry overnight. And once it's dry, I'm going to mix up my epoxy. We're going to do a little bit of like a cheat glitter here. So I'm going to mix up 30 milliliters of epoxy. I'm using KS Resin Liquidy Split Ultra UV. So I'm going to mix up 15 milliliters of part A and 15 milliliters of part B. I usually mix for about 90 seconds to 2 minutes. You really don't need to mix forever with this epoxy, which is Fantastic. So into this little mixing cup, I'm going to mix in some Brite from Peachy Olive Glitters, and then we're going to apply this epoxy to our cup. And you'll see that when we do this, it kind of looks like we glittered the cup in the traditional way with both a yellow and a white glitter, but we didn't. This is one of my favorite things to do ever. It's so easy and really gives off a nice sparkly effect. Any extra fine glitter that you have will work. I really like Brite, of course. I like Firefly from PDB, and I really like Echo from Chase Ray Creations or Diamonds from Glitter Heart Company. So there are a ton of options out there for you to use, but look at that. It just looks like you glittered the cup. So I do have to apologize here because I didn't realize that I hit stop recording instead of start recording. So unfortunately, I don't have any footage of me applying the lemon print vinyl to this bottom portion, but I did it the exact same way that I did on the last cup. But you can see it's showing a little bit of that glitter underneath. And then for the bottom, I used my cup edging tool from Cami Page Boutique as well, same place as the Ultimate Tumbler making tool, to cut off the bottom excess vinyl to make it a really clean finish down there. So once I had the vinyl on, I'm not going to go into epoxy or anything yet. I'm going to take another little strip of that same glitter blue vinyl that we used on our first cup and apply that to the middle seam where the yellow and the vinyl meet. And then taking some electrical tape, I'm going to tape that right at the bottom edge where I trimmed the vinyl so we can paint and glitter the bottom of this cup, because I don't want it to be that kind of messy white on the bottom, of course. So I'm taking electrical tape. I'm going to put a little bit of the glitter glue from Crystalac on the bottom, and then I'm going to take some Mediterranean Ceramcoat paint, my favorite paint, and this is one of my favorite colors ever. I'm going to mix that together right on the bottom of the cup and then spread it out in as even of a layer as I can get. You only need one coat. It's really, really opaque. And for the bottom glitter, we're going to use Virgo from PDB, which is a fine kind of royal blue. Again, I love to bring out the blue in this pattern. Blue and yellow, classic combination, and I really just want to go to Europe right now. After glittering, I removed my tape, let my cup dry, and then sprayed it with 2 really good coats of matte clear spray from Rustoleum. And then I added another coat of epoxy to my cup to seal all of that in and give us a smooth surface to apply our decal. So I'm going to put the seams in the back of the cup. And you guys, of course, I had to put a little fashion illustration girl on this. When I saw this clip art file on Etsy, I was like, oh man, that goes perfectly with the vinyl I'm going to use on this cup. And I really felt like it was kind of an upscale way to style this tumbler. Instead of putting, you know, like a cliche quote on there about lemons, I wanted to do something a little bit more kind of European in feel. So once I had that on, I sprayed it with another coat of the matte clear spray and then went in with my final coats of epoxy. So here are my 2 lemon cups. First, we've got our opaque vinyl tumbler with the glitter in the middle. I really, really like this one. I toyed with putting a decal on it, and I'm really glad that I just left it the way it is. It just makes me happy with the bright colors. And then we've got our European-inspired lemon girl. This is with the transparent version of the vinyl. So anyway, that's it for this tutorial. I really hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you hit the thumbs up button down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are not already. Let me know what you thought of this video down in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Love you. Bye.